between the realm of the dead and the journeys of the living. Join Josh, Jamie, and Elisa as they delve into the vast world of the paranormal and breathe life back into the history of the departed.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Paranormal Peeps podcast. We're back.
Yeah, sorry we've been gone, but we're back.
I think we're better than ever, but
To be seen.
yeah, to be determined.
Yep.
And if you guys haven't guessed already, I'm Josh.
I'm Jamie.
And I'm Lisa.
And, you know, we're just really happy to be back after taking a break almost a year now. Our last episode came out last Halloween.
Can you believe it's already getting to be that time of year again? Already.
I can't believe it, but I'm happy.
Oh, me too. I'm here for it. But it just went by really fast.
I'm ready.
We just had a lot going on.
Yeah.
We did, you know, life.
Life.
Yep.
And then broken computers. Which,
But we're good now. We're ready to go.
yes, we are.
So what are we here to talk about?
Well, we are going to talk about our first investigation of the season. So not only did we take a hiatus from the podcast, but we also kind of took a step back from investigating for a little bit.
We did.
So we investigated out at Benson Grist Mill. We went out. We were invited by our good friend Paul and kind of just had a nice group potluck.
Yeah, it was him and Danielle that put it on. Danielle from Spirits R Us. But we got to meet some new fellow paranormal enthusiasts.
I missed that whole part, but
You did, but you came later. Better late than never.
Yep, I came after the potluck.
Mm-hmm.
After everybody left.
After most everybody left.
Which was, like they came to eat, to meet and greet,
Yep.
and then left.
Yeah, well, some had other plans going on, which I get. It was a Friday, you know. But yeah, we got to meet some new people. We got to kind of catch up with some old friends, and it was all good.
Yeah, it was a lot of
And
fun.
then we got to investigate.
Yes.
And bonus, with there being, I mean, how many people were there? Probably like 10, 15 people investigating total.
Investigating?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, not
5.
even.
No, because there's 3 of us, and then there
There
was
was 3 of them. That was it. The rest of the people that were there, they didn't investigate.
I think they did a
just
little
hang
bit.
out?
They hung out.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they hung out,
Oh,
chit-chatted, and they're like, peace out. We're going to go, we're just going to go.
Yeah.
And so they didn't investigate. So it was only 3 of them that investigated.
So bonus for us, right, is you get to stay wherever you want to be longer.
Yep.
And there's less contamination from outside.
yes.
Yeah.
Although Benson Grist Mill is well known for that highway to be right next to it. And so it is loud for a little while.
Yeah.
But talking wise,
It was good.
it was really good.
Yeah, it was ideal.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So we started out in the barn, which is kind of one of our favorite places to go there. I mean, like all the buildings are a lot of fun, but the barn is well known for one of the places you can find a grumpy spirit. And so people a lot of people like to start there because they like to get the grumpus out of the way or get some, interaction with them. Because usually it's, stomping around, making a bunch of noise.
Shadow play.
But this time we didn't actually run into it.
No, it was cool because they opened up a section that I have never been in and that none of us had ever been in.
Yep.
And I've been going there for over 10 years. And this was the first time they opened up this part of the barn. So we walked right in there, and I have a light strip that is all, what is the word called?
EMF detectors?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, those.
It's been a minute.
It's called the tripwire.
Yeah, and so it's probably 12 feet long or something.
At least.
And then each individual light is its own EMF. And we set it from one side and then around us and then out the door to try to see if we could get anything leaving the room. And we sit in there for a while, and it really felt like the presence that was there, the entity that was in there, was new. And I was like, this spirit doesn't feel like they've been here before.
Right.
Which is kind of neat because a place like Benson that's been investigated
A lot.
a ton,
It's good to feel somebody different.
right? And so, yeah, it's neat to see. It's neat to find someone new to talk to.
Yeah, new and shy.
Yeah, and I could tell it was a male, and he was in the corner, but it did feel like there was something else there, but I didn't feel it until it went past us. So what was cool is we caught it on the tripwire.
Yeah.
And it went from one end to the other and out the door.
It ran.
But it kind of hung out in the barn on the
other side.
On the other side. So until we got done with this first spirit, but it was wild to see that tripwire go off so fast. We're like, all right, tonight's going to be good.
And that's the first time I've ever seen one go off.
Same here. Yeah, I've never seen one.
And it went off quite a bit.
It did.
It did.
It was fun.
I mean, considering only being there for 45 minutes, an hour?
Yeah, I'd say we were in there for dang near an hour.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
It went off a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we got it to answer questions, and it would flick on the little lights by us, and it really just wanted to be there because we were there. Because I feel like when certain people can come to a place that is known for paranormal investigating, and if a spirit needs help or something, and you're like a beacon.
Yeah.
For help, right?
Yeah.
And so we got to know him, and he's like, I really just kind of want to move on with my life or my spirit, however you want to call that. And so we helped him along his way, and it was really cool because none of our equipment went off after that in that room. It was done.
Yeah.
And then the guy that was in the other room started picking up pace.
Yeah, so then we ended up moving to the other side of the barn.
Yeah, and we went in a line. We sat in some chairs. I was in the back. Jamie was in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Josh, you were kind of more off to the side, right?
I was still kind of in the doorway to the other room.
Yeah,
he was kind of in between.
Yeah, so it was like a straight line. And I really felt like a spirit in there was like getting in Jamie's face.
Yeah. Lisa was telling me about this. And then a light right in front of me went off.
Right after I'd said it.
Yeah, she's like, okay, so there's a spirit, and he's like kind of getting in your face, like trying to like, you know?
Yeah.
And the minute she told me that, the light right in front of me went off. It fired off.
Yeah.
So it just kind of validates what she was saying.
Yeah.
Which was pretty cool.
Which we thought was at first we thought was the grumpy spirit, because the grumpy one kind of likes to do that. Likes to try to intimidate people.
Yeah. But that's not what this was.
No, because the more it went on, the more we called it out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're really not as bad as you were trying out to be. And
yeah,
it really calmed down in there. Like, the feeling really just calmed down. Like, dang it, they found me out.
We heard its ego.
Yeah. The energy changed. And then from there, it was just like, he's like, okay, I'm out.
Yep.
Like, I'm bored now because you got my number and I'm out.
Yeah. So then we ended up leaving there.
Yeah. But we were in there for a good hour.
Yeah. And we really kind of made our way over to the big mill, which is like, it's the only original building there. And for the mill area, everything else was built on property or moved there. So it's nice to go investigate that. And the tough thing about the barn and the big mill is that anytime you go to investigate, if you're with other groups, those are the two places that everybody goes first.
Yep.
Yeah, they really are.
So you kind of have to wait your turn.
But with us, it was easy because there's only a couple of groups and
us and one other.
We could rotate.
At that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's what we did is when they went to the barn,
we went elsewhere.
to the mill.
Yeah.
which was neat. Because we got probably an experience I haven't had in that mill ever.
Right.
I've had similar, but not to that extreme, that length of time. So we went in and we just sat down. There's a big bench when you walk through the mill, through the doors.
Long bench.
There's a long bench. It's probably like 15 feet long is what I'm guessing. And we sat down. It kind of reminds me of like a church bench.
Right.
I think they are church benches.
It very well could be. And we're sitting down on the bench and we're kind of spread out a little bit. And I'm like, I feel like we're being watched.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the mill, if you picture it, it's like 3 stories plus a basement. And then you have everything is separated by these thin 2x4s. And that's it. Like, and you can see in between the 2x4s, there's holes. Like, I could totally see pretty much anything I wanted to.
Right.
And then, so I'm like, I really feel like we're being watched, but nothing's going to happen. I know this feeling very well. It's like, nothing's going to happen. They're just going to sit and watch. But if you reverse it and you kind of play their game a little bit where we separate, then you can get more things happening. Yeah. So I was like, hey, Josh.
You get to be the Aaron.
Do you want to
go?
I
was going to say, I get to be the Aaron of the group.
Do you want to go upstairs?
Oh, that's so spooky. That's evil in there. Hey, why don't you go in there?
I was like, Josh, do you want to go upstairs on the 2nd floor? Sure. So he goes upstairs.
Yeah, because I mean, we've been doing this for years now. So it's not like we haven't been in the dark alone in a room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we're all close by.
Yeah, so it's not like it's nothing to be kind of like freaked out about, right? And so I go up there, take my digital, I had little flashlights on my fingers, little flashlight glove.
You're welcome.
Like an ET.
Yeah.
You light up your finger.
Yeah, like ET. And I just go and sit up there, and yeah, the feeling of being watched, like there's someone there, like real close by, kind of got a little heavy, but not like spooky. And then all of a sudden, out of the like halfway down the mill on the one side, it sounds like something sliding, almost like a board or something sliding down, and then a big bang. And I'm like, well, that's different, because while it is a giant wood building, but like it's all solid, like nothing fell. And I was like, guys, there's something moving around up here.
And all of a sudden you hear him just he's coming down the stairs.
I'm out.
Because it's one thing to be in a room when the energy is soft, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the best way to describe it. I think it's an easy energy to be around. It's empty. It's, or it's a light energy. But when you start to feel the heaviness, then you're like, you're on guard.
Yep.
But then when something starts happening and then the energy really gets heavy, you're like, all right, this is not what I want to deal with. But the funny thing is like I was saying before, it's very thin. Like you can see through the floors. Like I could see Josh's flashlight the entire time as he's walking across.
Yeah.
Knew exactly where he was.
You can hear me walking to where I'm going to go sit down. And the thing is on that 2nd floor, because it's a bunch of chutes and stuff that are going from the 3rd floor down to the grinders for the grist mill, there's not a lot of walking spots. There's not a lot of places you can actually sit.
Yeah.
There's only like 3. And so, yeah, it makes it a little bit easier. But the interesting thing is that I got an EVP on my digital recorder that says get out.
But it's like, it sounded, I mean, it might sound different to you guys, but to me it sounded female. But it was like, get out, and then the big crash happens, which Jamie and I did not hear.
No.
Which is crazy because
we should have heard it.
You should have heard this. You should have heard it.
You could hear a mouse fart in that mill, and We did not hear the sound that Josh heard up on second.
Like, we could hear Josh talk normally. Like,
Oh,
he
yeah.
doesn't even need to yell or, like, raise his voice. We can hear him totally just fine.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Upstairs.
Yeah.
And for that big crash to happen, and he catches it on his recorder.
But Lisa and I did not hear it
But we
whatsoever.
didn't hear anything.
Yeah. And then the other interesting thing is, as I'm walking out, I get another EVP, and this one is female, and it
Has a kinder tone to
has
it.
a much kinder tone, much softer tone. Is like, you're okay. It was like,
Interesting. That's so cool.
So it makes you wonder, okay, what's happening on the other side of the veil? Like, I want to know,
right?
was there just a war happening, or like, did you just like kick the other guy out? Like,
right. Well, so I come downstairs and I come up to Elisa first, and I was like, hey, let me see if I got this. See if I got this. And so that way you guys could hear
Mhm.
just the bang.
Yeah.
Right. So I play it to Elisa. And then once she hears it, right before I come over to Jamie, you feel something else in the corner.
Right. So while he's down by Elisa, and I'm at the other end of this bench, this long bench. So
I'm probably halfway down.
Yeah, and I'm at the very end on the other end, and Josh sits by Elisa, and they're kind of going through the digital and listening to the recorder, and I keep looking to my left because I'm feeling this like sensation of something not very nice standing to my left, and so I keep looking over, hoping to catch something, right? Because
Yeah.
I'm like, you keep checking because it's uncomfortable. But the minute that Josh got up from sitting by Elisa and walked towards me to let me listen to the digital, and the minute he got over by me and sat down, it was gone. Like it left. But then we start hearing stuff upstairs.
Instantly.
Instantly, yeah.
It's like it went from standing next to me and it went upstairs.
And we heard footsteps, and it was like,
Mhm.
step, 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 step. And
Like
then,
boots on wood.
yeah. And then I hear a door. I don't think you guys heard a door.
No.
I heard a door close.
Yeah.
And then you hear step, 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 step. So it sounded like somebody walked across the mill on the second level, closed a door,
And walk back.
and then turned around and walked back.
Yeah.
And the interesting part is I didn't even think that there was a door there. And you guys were like, no, yeah, there is a door.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there's a door on each floor.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I didn't even think about that. And then we heard that continually, not the door closing and opening or anything, but
the
just
footsteps.
the footsteps.
Yeah.
It went on for a long time. And I don't know if I've ever heard continuous footsteps like that. It sounded like somebody was working.
Working or pacing.
Something, right?
Yeah. And the interesting thing is, talking to the guys that were in the mill before us, they had the same thing happen. They said they were down in the basement of the mill for a while, and they heard the footsteps on the second floor of something walking around.
Right, but I believe that one of them had said that it sounded at a couple points like something was running
Right. Running back and forth.
back and forth. Up there.
Wow.
Like it was full on running.
But yeah, so you have one group have something happen, and then 2 hours later or more,
We do.
another group has the same experience. That's not generally how this happens.
No.
Most of the time, it's like something really cool happens to one group. And then by the time the next group comes in, it's
There's
flat.
nothing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, it was so cool. The board levitated and flew across the room. And you're like, oh, I want to see that.
And you
And
get
then
And crickets.
nothing. But so, once we're like, okay, well, we need to like try to debunk this, right? Because anybody could have been in the mill and us not know, right? Or it could have been a critter.
Critters are always possible,
So I go up.
but I don't think they wear boots.
They don't. But it was something to check out, right?
Sure.
Just to
We always
see.
want to try to debunk.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so then I walked up the stairs and I got to the top of the landing on that floor, and I'm like, nope, this feels really, really heavy, really icky. And so I come back downstairs. But having been up there just, 5-6 minutes prior and, getting kind of freaked out. So it's like, okay, well, I may not be the best judge of what a room feels like right now. So it's like, hey, Lisa, why don't you go check that out real quick?
Karma.
Go to the top of the stairs, he says.
Yes, just go to the top of the stairs.
Just go to the top of the stairs.
But it's really just like getting that validation.
Yes.
Yeah, so I go up the stairs. I'm like, why? Why do you want me to go up? And then I got to the top and I was like, oh, that's why.
She comes back down.
I was like, got it. And I'm like, does this tell you how I feel? And I'm like running down the stairs.
She's running down the stairs. Validation.
Because it legit felt heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And it felt like it was filling the room. And for me, when something is like that, I'm not going to entertain that.
No.
I'm not going to be. I'm happy to entertain the light spirits, the ones that are just like wanting to talk and hang out. Like, I'm here for that. But when it's that dark,
yeah,
I'm not going to entertain that. So came back downstairs and we sat down, and instantly Jamie doesn't feel good.
Yeah. I don't remember.
Yeah.
You felt sick, but your count was fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I checked my count to see where my blood sugars were, and they were absolutely 100% fine.
So we decided to get up and go and leave.
Because the thing is spirits can affect you physically. They can make you sick. They can give you headaches or vertigo or any of these ailments. And so if you're not feeling well.
Well, and I do remember once we left and we were walking back towards the pavilion, about halfway there, I was like, I feel fine now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which can happen. So I've been in a couple different places where I've either felt like major headaches come on really fast, or where I have felt vertigo.
Yep.
Or nauseous. I would say most of the time I get nausea. And when I get that, as soon as I leave the building, I'm totally fine.
Yeah.
100% fine.
Yep.
And then I can go back in. But at that point, it was like, why? We've had some cool experiences. Other people wanted to come in and check it out. And there's so many other places that we want to investigate because that place has so many buildings.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's 16 buildings on the property.
Yeah. Well, and Elisa and I tried the loom room. Actually, we started out all three of us, but then we kicked Josh out because nothing was happening. And we have found that sometimes when a male spirit is there, that nothing will happen in the loom room.
You mean a male person?
A male spirit?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even realize I said that.
Little folks, I died.
He's a spirit. He's a solid spirit. When there's a male presence in the loom room, sometimes we don't get any interaction.
No, it's like a protection almost.
Yeah. So we had Josh step out, and then it was just Elisa and I. But even then,
nothing.
We got nothing.
We were more scared of the spiders.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're black widows. So,
but that's the first time I've ever been in the loom room where nothing has happened. First time.
Well, same here. Same here. So
yeah, but usually we toughen out the loom room longer than that. The issue we find with that room, and we call it the loom room because there's two giant looms in it. It's really it's like the Heritage Art Center.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a building. It's a one room.
It's one room,
one level building. It's not big.
For whatever reason, that place, and there's no heat on in any of these buildings. There's no heat. There's no air conditioning. So if it's 100 degrees outside, it's gonna be sweltering in these buildings.
Yeah.
But that building never cools down. You can go in there in 18-degree weather, because we've done it, and it's like taking off your jacket and you're like, oh, I'm kind of sweating in here.
Yeah.
Like that's the only warm building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only warm building. But when it's 95 degrees outside, that's what the high was, and you go into that building and it's still, 80-degree air temp. It's like 100 and something in that building, and it's just
sticking to yourself,
sweltering. So generally, when it's that hot, we don't stick around very often in that building.
Not for too long.
No. So it's probably the reason why we don't get a lot when it's terrible.
Yeah.
But we went to what actually has kind of become our favorite cabin on the property.
Yeah, the Pearson cabin.
The Pearson cabin.
Yeah. I do like that one.
And
it's small.
It is small. And this was a guy's house. This is Pearson's house. This is what he lived in.
It's like the size of this room.
It's smaller.
It's smaller, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's tiny. But the one thing I like about the room, or the cabin, I should say, is that they have these cow skulls that they found down by the Great Salt Lake that have salt crystals all over them.
They're sparkly.
So cool.
Yeah. And they have one out, and they got another one in a box. But we have had some interesting experiences in that cabin itself.
Yeah, we have.
And in this time, we ended up talking. We used dowsing rods, didn't we?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lisa used dowsing rods. Hickman.
Yeah.
What was his first name? Was it William Hickman?
It might have been. I can't remember.
His last name was Hickman. He ended up coming through, though.
Yeah. Hickman was an enforcer like Porter Rockwell for Brigham Young, and so he was not the greatest of individuals.
I think you'd have a hard heart if you were killing people, and
you'd have to, but remember when we got kind of into the more yes or no conversation with this particular spirit, he had indicated that he didn't want to kill, but that he was coerced to kill.
Yeah.
So we kind of went down the path of, like, was your family threatened if you didn't carry out these orders sort of situation. So yeah. It sounds like that might have been where he found himself.
Yeah. Hickman has a very interesting history, if you look him up, where that was his claim, that he claimed in court that he was coerced to kill, and that he indicted or indicated that Brigham Young and some other people were the ones behind it, and then nothing was
ever done about it.
Nothing was ever done about it. So
I think either way, whether you're coerced or not, it would be heavy.
Oh,
yeah, in that position.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
it'd be terrible to be told, if you don't carry out these orders, I'm gonna kill your family.
Well, not even that. No, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, just being in that position of that's your job.
Yeah,
that'd be horrible. Yeah, no thanks.
And that really kind of puts down the point of, like, the West, right? The West was really that way, where there was a lot of killing, a lot of kill or be killed moments for people where, yeah, people were packing heat because it's going to happen out there. They called it the Wild West for a reason.
Right.
And the West started in Arizona, or not Arizona, but started in Utah. So everybody that was coming from Missouri and everything else, they dumped themselves into Utah and then either went west to the fields, to the gold fields, or south or east.
Yeah.
Or back north. So, yeah.
Well, yeah, there's only so many directions you can go, dear.
That's true. I know there's
North, east, and south, and west.
Josh, it's late. I'm tired.
But yeah, I think that's where we kind of ended our investigation for that night, because about then it was time to pack up, because by the time we get all packed up and stuff, it's 2 a.m. and that's our out time.
Yeah.
But it was a good night.
It was a great night.
We had a lot of fun. I think the mill was my favorite.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
For me, I think it was the barn.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Well, and it's fun to, like, help somebody along their path, along their way.
Yeah.
But also for me, I really love hearing footsteps.
That is fun too.
I don't know. That is so rad to me, how long they went on for. That is what blew my mind.
Yeah. It normally, like, I think the part that I liked about the footsteps is that normally if you hear something, right, it's like real faint and you're like struggling to listen. You're like,
did I hear that?
Oh, yeah. I heard it. And everyone's like, what are you talking about? I didn't hear anything.
But all of us were like, being so quiet.
It was
just like, listen. And we just froze.
It was distinct.
Oh, very.
And you could track it. You could just look up and watch the ceiling as if someone was walking above you and going one way and then the other, because you could track the progress and the sound. It was just absolutely amazing.
I have to admit, you know, when you investigate quite a bit, you kind of get used to it, right? And it doesn't like take you back too much. You know, like it doesn't catch you off guard too much when things like this happen. But after not investigating for as long as we haven't investigated, I found it at the very first of it when it started happening a little intimidating.
Did you?
I did. For like the first couple minutes, I'm like, I don't know if I like this.
Oh.
But then you start to kind of remember, you know, when we used to investigate a lot more frequently, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I want to hear more.
And that's the thing too, is like, I think had we investigated more up until that point, I don't think I would have left the second floor. I think I would have just hung out.
Yeah.
And waited.
Hard to say.
It's hard to say, right? But because things have happened before in rooms where stuff has moved, and instead of going, yeah, I'm kind of out, it's like you run towards it.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it's a bit of getting it back into practice.
Yeah, kind of getting back to the step of it, you know. It takes a little bit.
I think for me, maybe because I have been investigating throughout the year, that for me, I was just real excited. Like,
oh, yeah.
I'm real excited.
Makes you kind of not want to leave, you know?
Oh, I did not want to leave.
So.
I mean, secretly, not secretly, I was hoping we would go right back in after you felt better. Yeah. Because I wanted to continue to hear the footsteps.
Right, but then the other team
team came, and I was like, oh, dang it.
Yeah, I was in the same boat, right? It's like, that's really cool. Let's kind of like get out and regroup. Because I figured, I honestly thought, because it wasn't count related, I was like, yep, being affected by a spirit, kind of need to get out of the room, out of the area.
Yeah.
Get a refresh, and then go back in. Because sometimes you just need it. Like if you're getting attacked by a spirit in that way, like it can be overwhelming, and you just need to get out of the area.
And I would say I've never experienced where I felt that way and left and came back. I never feel it again.
Yeah.
I don't get that the same things happen.
Yeah, it was kind of unfortunate that happened, but there was the other group was wanting to come in anyways. Because remember, we were going to leave some equipment set up in there.
Yeah.
And then we were going to go and leave and regroup, and then we were going to come back. But the other group wanted in, and so we just collected the equipment. And and you know, by the time we were done in the Pearson cabin, there was no time left. So
yeah.
But it's what happens. And, you know, but we all stood around for like another almost 45 minutes talking in the parking lot. Well, I didn't have a watch on, but
yeah, it was like an hour. We talked for like an hour after we all packed up, after we all loaded our cars up and ready to go.
We were just sitting out by the cars,
just chit chatting, and you know, and that's the drive home, and then the next day it's the paranormal hangover.
Yeah,
100%.
But that's what I really enjoy about the Utah paranormal community, is that there's a lot of good people in this field that are super friendly, and it's just about when you get to do these potlucks, it's sometimes it's not about investigating, it's just about hanging out with people.
Yeah, there's lots of good conversations going on all about the places people have been. It was pretty cool when Josh and I first showed up and people came up to us, oh yeah, we know who you guys are, and we're like, what?
We don't know who you are.
We don't know you know, but it was kind of cool, you know, especially since we had kind of been out of the game for, you know, a few months. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And just to sit down, and the conversations, they flowed really easily with everybody. And that was just probably one of the best parts for me. Was the conversations just flowed.
Well, and it's kind of like, it's almost like networking, right? Where like, okay, well, where have you been? Where should we go next? And people are they're not like gatekeepers. They're not going to try to keep it from you and like, oh, don't go here, you know?
Right.
I'm not going to tell you where I went.
There are some of those people in the community, but
Oh, for sure. But the ones that we were with were not.
They're not like that. They're, willing to share the information and like, hey, we paid this much for this location. You can ask them, how much is it? How much did it cost you? And what's a good time of year to go? And they offer up that information.
Which makes it so much more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just the paranormal community here in Utah, I find most of them pretty great.
Yeah.
They're pretty great. So
I would agree. That's what makes it nice being out here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we met a lot of good people through just the paranormal stuff.
Yeah, there's one in this room.
I wonder who that could be. I don't know. You ditched me.
We
ditched you.
Yeah, we did ditch you. And you know why we
don't
ditched
blame you? I don't blame you.
The same reason we talked about earlier. It was one of those Utah days where it's 98 degrees when the sun's up. And we went into that loom room as Elisa's our little group leader.
It was so hot. Oh my gosh.
We were dying of
That was
heat.
July 20th that year. I remember because it was my brother's birthday.
Oh, man.
And it was sweltering.
So hot.
And
so freaking hot.
I wasn't doing well. And I'm like, I got to step out. So Josh and I stepped out. But that was the first time we ever met Elisa. She was a group lead for a public investigation we went on.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it was funny, too, because she's like, anyone ever done this before? And we're like, we have. And then what ends up happening? The three of us end up being the only ones actually investigating where everyone else is standing around going, what's going on? And they just
That's what makes it so hard when you're leading groups is that you feel like you've got to perform.
Yeah.
And it's tough because you want people to have a fun experience.
Sure.
But you also don't want them to just to sit and stare at you and say, dance, monkey, dance,
Right. Yeah.
And so you got to okay, what equipment can I use to get people asking questions and
right. Get them, participating,
involved in investigating.
Yeah.
So
well, and this is why our group pretty much rents out places and we just investigate. We don't do a lot of the public stuff. In fact, we've done only like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
We did 2 at Benson and we did 1 at Petite Neat. And that's it.
Yep.
Because we don't want to do that. We want to get out and just investigate. And when we rent out full locations to ourselves, that's what we get to do. The time.
Yes. And then there's no noise pollution. Well, not no noise pollution.
Depends on your location.
But there's less contamination from other people talking and other things. So with that, though, about renting out places and stuff like that, what is one place in the U.S. you haven't investigated yet that you want to, and one place in Utah that you'd want to investigate that you haven't investigated yet?
Okay, well, for me, one place that's in the U.S. that I want to investigate that I haven't as of yet would be Gettysburg. Hands down.
That'd be really neat.
But I'd want to do it like during the day and through a night as well. I think that there's a lot to see regardless of whether it's at the day or the night. So I'd like to do both.
And the claims of paranormal activity at Gettysburg, no time frame.
No.
People have picked up stuff during the day, at night.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter the time of year. So, yeah.
And what's cool is, so I went there last year.
Mm-hmm.
And what's cool is they actually allow you to investigate. So, you know how like if you go to a park, they say everybody needs to leave when it gets dark?
Yes.
They let you have an extra hour so that you can investigate.
See,
that's so awesome.
Cool.
Like legit to investigate.
That's
like,
awesome.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
And I think that's the way to do it, because I think if you're cutting it short, then people are going to try and
to sneak in
and like, you know.
Which is always a no. We don't recommend any of that. But I'd say one place here in Utah that I'd want to investigate that we have not yet. I don't know. That's kind of a tough one. Namely, because I can't think of one. But
that's fair.
Like, there's plenty, right?
Oh, there's a lot.
but not one pops into mind that we haven't done. Because I don't know all of them.
Okay, what would you go back to? Hands down, I got to go back to this place.
Hmm. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I go to Salt Air. That one's a little bit of a tough one. Because in the cold weather they have these big fans running. Same within
Big
the cool
furnaces.
weather. Yeah, and so they always have these big fans running. So that's really a lot of contamination. It's hard to get anything. I'd like to do Asylum 49 again.
Okay.
The only problem with that is before we could do the whole building,
Now we only get part of it.
and now you only get a part of it. So that one's hard for me to say too.
Yeah, I've never been there.
That's where we caught that one really good footage.
I know, and it's ridiculous. Good footage.
Yeah, and we've never caught anything like that since.
We had so many EVPs from that one investigation.
Weird ones too.
Yeah.
Anyways, we did a whole episode on it. You can kind of go back and listen to that. But yeah, I think Asylum 49 would be one.
Okay. What about you, Lisa?
In the United States.
Yep.
The Myrtle Plantation.
That would be, that would be amazing.
That's on my bucket list. Like or Penn State Penitentiary. There's so many things out east that I want to go investigate so bad.
Yeah.
So many.
Pennhurst.
It's so funny. Like,
there's a ton over
good.
east.
I've done some mapping of driving like between places to go investigate and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as you get across the Mississippi River and you're in the east, right? It's like drive 4 hours, drive 2 hours, drive an hour. Here it's like drive 9 hours.
I know.
Drive 8 hours. Drive 6 hours. And it's not like, oh, this is a pretty drive. Oh, that's a lot of desert.
And straight roads.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's just blasted hot.
Yeah, that too.
And then in Utah, probably okay, there's a couple places. I think it's called the Bigelow Apartments, but it's the Ben Lomond's Hotel is what it used to be.
Yeah.
But now it's apartments, so you can't investigate it, but I wish I could. But
I wonder if so that place, the Ben Lomond Hotel, was supposed to be one of the most haunted places in Utah, which is pretty like haunted when you consider that Utah's got a ton of haunted and active places.
Yeah.
I got to wonder if anybody in those apartments is having issues.
Oh,
no one has said anything. I don't think anyone.
Not that we know of.
Right.
But it doesn't mean they have not.
I wonder if they have like you know how when you go to a haunted hotel room and they'll have like a notebook of experiences that people write down
your experience,
or they'll put like a penny on the notebook and circle it and then see if the penny moves.
Yep.
You know, things like that. It makes me wonder if places like that have something similar where they all talk about it or like they write down experiences that they've had or something because they're all in the same area.
Right.
They've got to have something going on. It doesn't just go from haunted to not haunted.
Right.
Right.
So, I mean, you're probably getting different types of hauntings or different ways it's being haunted, but there's got to be stuff.
Oh,
I mean, how do you not? But I would say a place that I can actually investigate. I would love to go like the historic 25th Street in Ogden, but like go underground.
Oh, the underground.
The underground tunnels.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I would love to check that out.
That'd be so cool.
Someone used to be able to get in there. I think they're all blocked off now.
I know they've blocked off quite a bit.
There's I don't remember where the place is, but there's supposed to be a little shop you can investigate that they have in the basement. They have a door to the underground. And in that place, I've seen videos of like balls moving, cars moving, like little matchbox cars rolling
Yeah.
across the floor on their own. And so, yeah, that'd be really neat. For me, oh boy, US, I would love to investigate Alcatraz if it wasn't so expensive.
Yeah.
The movie industry has destroyed renting that island out.
No surprise there.
No, it's $20,000 a night.
That's just crazy
That's
to
so
me.
stupid.
How many people actually rent it out for that much?
Not many.
Movies, that's it.
I know, but
No,
like,
I mean like
people.
paranormal groups.
Nobody.
Exactly. Nobody can afford to.
The only people that I know who have gotten in there to investigate that was a paranormal group was BuzzFeed.
Yeah, they did.
But they also are like,
They're
have-
run by a major company.
yeah,
Yeah.
they've got money to back it. So
Yeah.
Right, and there's no way you could get like we couldn't just go out and get a bunch of the local paranormal groups here and all get together and put in money and go, because there's a limit on the number you can take.
There's a limit, but
On
also
how many people?
you have to apply. So I've looked into it. And you have to apply for a permit. And you have to pay a fee up front,
So
an
stupid.
application fee.
So stupid.
And that still does not guarantee that if you're going to get in, and if you don't get in, your application is denied, your fee is gone.
Of course. Crooks.
whew.
Yeah. Actual places you could investigate easier though. Oh, there are so many. But I would love to do the USS Hornet, which is totally an easy, doable place. You just basically fill out a form, call them up, and pay them the money, and you're in.
Yeah.
But that would be a lot of fun. People have had a lot of different experiences on that ship, and being ex-military, I think it would be a lot of fun to go on
Yeah,
that
Ships are really fun.
Yeah.
Really fun.
Star of India would be cool to do too.
one. Where's that one at? Somewhere.
Somewhere in the US though.
Queen Mary would be fun to go back to too.
Yeah, if we could actually investigate it though.
I think
Like get into all the places like down by the pool and those areas.
our tour guide would have let us do a little more, because since we're the last tour of the night,
Mm-hmm.
if we didn't have the drunk brigade on our tail.
There were like 20 people behind us
That's
that
terrible.
were in another group. And they were all drunk.
It was a
And
private tour.
So loud.
See,
Like we came out of our room to go investigate, and there was a lady throwing up on the floor because she was so drunk.
I'm glad I missed that one.
on
I was back in our room.
100-year-old carpet. That's
She's-
the original carpet.
Wasn't
of
she
the
kind of
ship.
laying in it or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that? Oh,
Face
geez.
first in it?
I'm like, she's gonna asphyxiate.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, that's why we got someone to help her out.
The guy was like so he was so irritated.
Oh, I don't blame him.
Well, yeah, because not only did he have to get her off,
He had to clean it
he
up.
had to clean it up.
Well, not only that, but how many other drunk people, maybe not puking everywhere, was he having to deal with that night?
Oh, yeah.
So
there was so
many.
many like Christmas parties. This was in the very beginning of December.
There was a party going on with a bunch of cops.
Mm-hmm.
They were the loudest.
They were the
They were
loudest.
the worst.
Yeah. The music went on till almost 1 a.m.
And it was supposed to end at 12.
It was supposed to end at 11.
Oh, at 11?
Yeah, they're like, it should end at 11 o'clock.
1 a.m.
And 1 a.m. rolled around. They were still going.
Yeah,
Hey, but
Yeah.
we got a discount on the room because of
we
it.
did.
Heck yeah, we did.
I will say this.
I wasn't going to let it go.
If you want to investigate on the ship,
Don't go in December.
and you notice that there's only like 2 rooms available on the entire cruise ship,
Don't do it.
don't do it.
Something's going on, an event. Don't do it.
Something is going on. And we were like, when we booked it, because it was part of our trip to California, we were like, oh, cool, they got a room available. Yeah, we weren't thinking clearly.
Nope.
At all.
Hey, but it was a good room.
Yeah.
It was a great
The room
room.
was wonderful. The ship was beautiful to wander around. You know,
Yeah.
there was hardly anybody out
Yeah,
when we wandered around.
And they will let you investigate to it whenever you want.
Oh, yeah. And they were like telling us stories.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's so
everybody had a story. I think the security guard came by and told us a story or two.
Yeah, he did. Well, in our room. In my room. He was in my room.
Oh, that's right.
He was working on the sink because in my room so we were in like a big suite. And I was sleeping in where their servant would be, or like their...
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
The butler's quarters, essentially.
So, and it's just a smaller room, but it's got like a sink in there so that you can like brush your teeth or, get ready. And it has your bed and a little closet, like an armoire.
Mm-hmm.
And he was working on the sink, and the armoire is directly behind the sink, or like it faces the sink, I should say.
Right.
And on the opposite wall. And he was bent over working on the sink, and the armoire opened and hit his butt and knocked him a little.
Surprise.
And he was like, "Fine, I won't work it on it. I won't work on the sink in here then."
Spirits.
Yeah.
It's like, this is a good opportunity to door somebody.
Right in the butt.
And then in Utah, I would love to do the Ogden Exchange.
That would be cool.
And I don't know if they've actually finished remodeling it, because they're supposed to be remodeling it. But that place is supposed to be super haunted, and they've had teams in there.
Yeah.
But the last team that went in there crashed it.
Yeah, they left garbage and stuff everywhere, and
So they kind of ruined it for everybody else.
yeah. Well, that's part of the problem, isn't it? You get one team, or they're not even a team, just a group of friends or whatever that decide,
Yep.
hey, we want to go be like Zach Baggins, or we want to, go in and do this. And they're so disrespectful of the property and the items at the location. And, and the people that are kind enough to allow you in to investigate, they're only going to put up with so much. And so it just takes one person,
Yep.
one group, doesn't matter, to go in, and then everybody's banned. Everybody from investigating.
Just takes one to ruin it for everybody.
So if you go investigate, please don't be that person.
Yeah. Don't be rude.
Don't be that person, because there's a number of places that don't allow people in anymore because of it.
Yeah. For that exact reason.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to deal with the mayhem.
Yeah. Well, it's just like old Montana prison.
Yep.
We used to be allowed in the warden's office. That was a huge thing for us.
It was so neat.
When we went back the last time, we were told we were no longer allowed in there. And of course, they told us it's because another group had went in there and been disrespectful and moved stuff around. You don't do that.
It's a museum display.
Say, guys,
it's a
freaking museum.
They were touching stuff, moving things around, moving one of the desks around. Like, that's not okay. So now, guess what? Nobody's allowed in there anymore.
Yep.
So,
yeah,
don't do it. Don't be those people.
Right?
Please.
So everybody, we're just glad to be back. Glad to be bringing content back to you guys in this Summerween season now.
Yeah, we're into Summerween, aren't we?
We are. So hope you guys all stay spooky, have a great time, and as always, stay ghosty, my peeps. Thank you for listening to the Paranormal Peeps podcast. You can find us on social media at Twitter at CPR Paranormal, on Facebook at Paranormal Peeps Podcast and Cold Spot Paranormal Research. And you can find us on Instagram at coldspot_paranormal_research.